Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're still over on our regular streaming account. We just got our 8-hour Hero EXP chest. So if you haven't seen, the new event is completely live on the test servers. Yukio actually came live on the main servers tonight, so he is available for purchase. Not sure if in the future he is going to be a hero that you're going to be able to actually get for free. So we're still kind of waiting. I put Shamira in here to do a couple summons. She is going to be our main focus for the free to play account. So we do have 2 pulls here. So we're going to go ahead and try to pull a copy of her, but not too lucky on that one. So we'll continue to save those. Soul Reaver, I haven't been able to hit 100% yet. I definitely tried. Spring Bloom, still focusing on that one. This free-to-play spot, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get. What's going on, Javid and Pseudo? So this Quest 15 is what a lot of people are upset about, because essentially, if you do not make a purchase, you're not going to be able to get the Tassie skin. It should be on, the event comes usually in about a week. Once they kind of pop it over here, do some fine tuning, do some adjustments. On this account, we actually just got Shamira to Legendary Plus. So we just got her up a little bit higher. I've been working on her as the main focus and also using him as well, but we'll swap out for Lucius. What's going on, Chris? Get another instead of Shamira. You get her easily. I thought about it. I'm not sure who I thought about doing fodder, but I haven't went there yet, so I'm not sure who we're going to go with. But Shamira, I feel like, would be a good choice. We don't have any signature items unlocked yet, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to get her signature item soon, at least a plus 20. That way she can carry. I actually seen a guy using her today in the very end of chapter 28. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Food for Shamira. What's going on, Joel? And how's the Philippines doing today? What's going on, Brandon? So Shamira is going to be the main carry. We can definitely go for another hero. It's funny, right after I seen Javid hit his 100, get his 100 little flowers, I tried and I tried and I couldn't do it. Even with the exact same team comp that you're running, Javid, no such luck. And here's Shamira doing exactly what we want. I think they're red chests. There are red chests, Chris, but this account is not far enough to get the red chests. So unfortunately, we don't have any signature items. I'm not sure how far you have to be for them to show up in the event. But I don't get to see them. Welcome, Bloody Stream, even though it's 3 a.m. It's 9 p.m. here. So you're in a whole different world. Just put the kids to bed and came down to push a little bit further on the account. And even in this one, Belinda, we will swap out probably for somebody else for the time being. Yukio is very cool. I want to get him on my main account. Do you have the twins? I do. I do have the twins. I only have them in Elite, though. I tried the twins. I did the exact identical setup that you have, Javid. And I couldn't get it. I tried. I did probably 5 or 6 attempts. Could not get it. I don't think my Shamira is putting out enough damage. I know where yours is ascended. I don't think at Legendary Plus I can put out enough damage. I even tried with Belinda combo in there too. Yeah, Bloody Star. The event is very cool, and that's why I think they kind of downgraded some of the loot that's coming from the Voyage of Wonder, because essentially we'd have a ton of loot from the Voyage. You'd have a ton of loot from the event. In total, I believe there's like 6 or 7 chests you can get, plus the draw events. So there's a lot of loot coming with the work. You need Shamira and Mythic and SI10. Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't have enough food to get her to Mythic. Even if I sacrifice heroes I don't want to, I still don't have enough to make another Legendary Plus to get her to Mythic. So we're going to have to wait a little bit on the free-to-play account, but that's okay, because we are definitely getting there. And I love the Shamira double alt. It's so cool. We tried Yukio on the main test server account. Yeah, I'm going to try him a little bit later, Chris. I'm going to pick him up and I'll see exactly how well he does. A lot of people have said PvP is really his strong point, depending, because I'm worried with him not only one being a warrior, meaning that he's not going to get a lot of the, or not going to get any of the tank aspect, is the majority of the time when you have a class like an agility class, he dies really, really quick. And that's the problem that I find with most of them, especially with him going front line. He dies really quick. Have you worked on Kelthar? No, I've never worked on Kelthar, Brandon. I hear pretty good things about him. I know a couple people on Discord have used him. Personally, I have not. So I'm not sure if he's any good. It seems like a lot of the newer heroes, they're adding, I guess, just a lot of new tricks to them, I guess you'd say. Because with the displacement, with the immunities, with the AoEs, with a lot of different things that they're adding with a lot of the new heroes. And even here, Lucius is just getting killed by Savius. But we're hoping that Shamira can get an ult off, and then Rose can survive just for a minute to get a second ult. Hoping that should be enough to get this one done. Yeah, if I could get her signature item unlocked, it would be ideal. At this point, fortunately, we cannot do it. Which characters synergize with Pharrell? Pharrell, a lot of heroes. I mean, Pharrell is one of the heroes that people are still using even in very, very high chapters. I mean, chapter 32, 33. And he does really well with heroes. A lot of people combine him with Pharrell, Athalia, and Nara just because of the displacement between all three heroes is kind of crazy. I think we're going to have to change up our combo a little bit here. But the combination of all three of them is very, very tough to deal with because of the displacement that they cause in a team. Get the food in this event. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, Javid. Before I switched to Shamira, I actually had her, I had the fodder in there. So I think I'll switch back to the Graveborn fodder, and that's what we'll stick with. Yeah, a lot of stages you can burst through. There's a couple. Pharrell is in my opinion, the best. Yeah, he's definitely one of the best. And it's hard to really say which hero is the best just because of the dynamics of the game. And that's why this game really caught my attention and for so long. And I feel it's such a good game is you have so many heroes that can fill so many different unique roles, which is very, very cool to see. Most games don't do that. Most games have very specific things that the heroes do. Here you have the pseudo tanks. You have just such a huge variety of heroes that makes this game, in my opinion, work so much better. Yeah, Graveborn is good. Graveborn, especially when you get them later game. That's really when they start to shine, is once you start getting I'd say probably chapter 16 plus if you're running a lot of Graveborn. But if they have the support, they can just absolutely dominate. As you've seen on my Graveborn account, they came from dead last to first for a while and now back in second because of the Lightbearer team. Yeah, Oscar, I haven't really heard anything about. Some of the new heroes, haven't really heard much about. I know they said depending on his endgame damage, what would be really the big thing with him. And a lot of the heroes, like I said, even with Yukio, is with him being the warrior class. Not many people build the warrior class or build the warrior class really at all. Most people that you see further in the game usually have 0 in the warrior class. The only hero right now, short of maybe Yukio, is Nara. People will put points into the warrior class just for Nara, but that's the only hero usually. So you can usually get a lot more utility out of going with another class. Yeah, and that's what I've noticed, Javid, just like Yukio. Is he focuses a lot. He's similar to Satrina. He runs right in, and the majority of the time when he runs in, he dies. So I wasn't too happy with that aspect of him. As fast as he dies. So we haven't done anything on this account today, but looks like a lot of you guys are online. So what do you guys got going on tonight? And we got to fill our bounty board here, which still doing it by hand, Javid. We still got a long time. I know you said a couple months, but we are getting there, filling the bounty board by hand. But it is a necessary evil. And I'm sad that we're not going to get the Tassie skin here, just for the fact that I think it's pretty cool. The little green pixie. Yeah, and that's what, like I said, a lot of heroes, it seems like they die super fast. Where if Oscar's doing that, Yukio's doing that, a lot of heroes that run right to the other side, especially heroes that are based on dodge, they can't dodge the magic. So when they run over to the enemy side, they're just dying because they can't dodge. Yeah, the voyage is pretty cool, Pseudo. I know the everyone's very upset about the rewards from the voyage, but like I said, what are you going to do? They're giving us quite a bit with the event right now. I know, the bounty board, the bane forever. Well, until I get there. So been pushing this as well. Again, we'll take out Yu-Gi-Oh. We'll go with our little drop back formation. Hopefully we can survive for a minute. Which Graveborn is the best? Pharrell and Nara are really the two best. They really shine more than any of the other Graveborns. And they're just absolutely, just absolutely amazing heroes. Both of them are. They do a ton of damage. And even late game, like I said, a lot of people use them late game. Oh, we almost had that one. Yeah, we'll get there, Pseudo. I think even by tomorrow, I think we're going to be at 4K. I think we're already going to be at 4,000, which is kind of crazy because depending when you guys have kind of been here with the channel, we hit 1K, so we actually hit our 1,000 subscribers in December. So in the course of 4 months, a little over 4 months, we've already went up dramatically. We're almost to 4,000 subscribers, so 300% increase, or 3,000 more people, which is crazy. Words from new writers were pretty lame. Yeah, and that's where I think, I don't know if you've seen some of my comments, Manfred. I think it would be cool with the voyages if they'd let you choose like different levels for it. So if there would kind of be similar to Labyrinth, where if there'd be a normal voyage and there'd be a hard mode voyage, and the hard mode just offered essentially more loot. I think it would be very, very cool if they went that way. That way, if you wanted it more challenging, it would be. I'm not saying tune it up to make it impossible, but I think it would be very cool if they did make a few changes. Don't waste your summons, always do research and get the heroes. Yeah, Kelthar is another hero that a lot of people say is pretty good, but situationally, there's a lot of heroes that are better. Even when I look at Endgame PvP and when I look at what heroes people are using in the campaigns, really none of the new heroes. I see a lot of Athalia. I see a ton of Taline. Taline's, of course, everywhere. So I see a ton of her, a ton of the twins. A lot of people use the twins. Didn't watch the video. Yeah, and I actually did the voyage video. It's pretty quick. It's pretty cool. And I'm glad they don't make it. Some of the voyages were if you messed up one thing, you couldn't do the rest of it, or you got stuck doing one thing. Or I even remember I think the dwarf one where you could shoot treasure chests, so you could actually destroy your loot. So you'd actually have to run it again because you destroyed the loot. What do you think about building Aziz instead of Athalia? That, Tagay, is very, very tough because Aziz and Athalia, both of them, they're both super, super good in their own right. People have started using Aziz for all of the boss battles. If you haven't noticed, some of the top contenders, they use him a lot in campaign 2 because of his ability to nullify essentially the ultimates. So it's very, very cool. But Athalia's signature item, the plus 30, is just absolutely devastating. The bleed that she does a ton of damage, and it does a ton of damage over a very, very short period of time. And I hope Lucifer hops on to unlock that tonight. So personally, I went Athalia. But Aziz, even on my main account, I still don't have him to even Mythic. What's going on? I'm sobering. So the Elder Tree, still trying to focus on there. I don't have enough for anything for the summons. It looks like this. A couple Japanese players that are pushing quite a bit on the server. So I'm not sure we got our purchases in the stores, purchasing every single day by the essence. Even when you get further in the game, you'll still need the essence, but I don't think we shop just refreshed. In here, I was kind of debating with who to buy. I was thinking possibly Rose. What's going on, Bad Kills? I was thinking maybe Rose, because that would give us an Elite Plus Rose, which would make a big difference. Possibly saving for one of these two, but in free-to-play, that's going to be a long, long time. I know it's going to be a long path, where I feel like I could make progression if I had Rose a little bit higher. Let me know. I'm not going to buy anyone right now. Just saving up the tokens that I've been getting there. But let me know what you guys think I should buy in there. And we'll continue in the tower. We'll continue in the campaign. Let's go ahead and collect up our loot. We'll try to level up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because Rose, I know, especially with her signature item, coupled with Chimera, is going to make a huge difference. We pushed a couple stages there. I'm hoping to get this chapter done tonight. Would be ideal. Then we do have the Soul Reverend. Still can't do it. Well, I think right now, if I buy a copy of Rose, because I have a copy, I would actually be able to get her up to Legendary Plus. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, Rose is awesome. One of my favorite heroes, especially because of her stuns. Her stuns make a huge impact. The reason why the Rose Belinda combo is so powerful, the reason that the Rose Chimera combo is so powerful. And I use my XP. Usually I save those for a little bit just because to get a little higher in the campaign. But I do want to continue to level up Chimera at this point. So I believe I should be able to get 3 levels out of there, which we do. I'm not sure. Now, Gabe, Yukio, I don't think you're going to be able to get him anytime soon. If you look at his timer, I believe they set it at 150 days to be able to get him. I think maybe after the 150 days, they're gonna allow you to get him after that point. But I think they're gonna wait that amount of time before you're gonna be able to get him. So let's go ahead and we'll get Rose up here. What's going on, Invincibility? Yeah, I love doing it live. I love being able to talk to you guys. It's not just me replying to messages that I get all day, but actually being able to play the game and actually see people and talk to people is very cool. We go for Arthur free to play. I might. That's probably going to be a long ways down the road, just for the fact that you're going to have so many heroes that I could buy in the time it's going to take just to unlock Arthur, and then having another hero that I'm going to have to essentially fuse him with. So down the road, probably. No, a lot of people said even Yukio that he's not tuned as high as they thought. Like even Arthur, when you look at his overall stats, they're not as high either, which we just got destroyed in this campaign. Lucius didn't hold anything there, but we can try swapping these up top. Yeah, I'm going to try him out. Just like with Arthur, I'll go ahead and I'll pick him up on the main server. I want to try him in a bunch of different things. Want to try him in Labyrinth. See how well he does. And they just killed Shamira. Yeah, and I've heard the same thing about Kalthar. He's all damage, not bring much to the table. The only thing I think his real saving grace is he is all AoE damage, which could be useful, especially if you have a signature item unlocked to the point of you're going to be able to do a lot of damage. And even there, we keep getting killed on the top for Morella. But in the bottom, Golas is killing. Yeah, Yukio? Switch Sophia with Belinda. Yeah, we're going to need someone who lives just a touch longer. So we'll go with Sophia on this. So we'll give a nice buff right here to Shamira. And that static field that Sophia has just absolutely devastates. If you haven't seen, let's go ahead. We can actually swap out gear too. Hopefully she can live for a minute or two. Unless we can try Yukio, we can always throw him in. Yeah, that's why I'm having Rose drop back, trying to pull them a little bit. But even here, I mean, Rowan is dying and Morella's just destroying everybody there. Wow. And a lot of it is the tank can't hold anything. Please make a part 2. I will pseudo for the giveaway. That's probably what I hear more than anything is the pronunciation of heroes' names. And a lot of it's just where I'm from. Well, all of it's where I'm from. Up here, it's a really, really weird kind of accent. Which, like I said, it's weird. Even when I've traveled to different places, they're like, where are you from? I can't place it. Because it is a little bit different. Yeah, I know. And I think that's just by pushing as much as I have. I've gotten to the point where it seems like we need a lot more gear. If you made the best team, what would it be? I'm from Michigan. Detroit, Michigan. So up here where it's still absolutely crazy weather and everyone's still quarantined. Yeah, we can do Labyrinth. Hopefully get some more tokens out of here. When it's this setup, I actually look to see who we have here, which there's Taylene. So we can make sure that we plan which way we want to go through. In this one, we put Shamira up front. We'll probably put Taylene up front. And I put Shamira up front because I want her to get hit. Yeah, Detroit's pretty unique. But everyone here's still quarantined. I'm an essential worker, so I still have to go to work, which is funny because essentially nothing changed for me. I still go to work every day, just like I normally do. So being an essential worker, not much that you can do. The best team, I would say honestly, the best team would include probably Taylene. If you've watched the video that I put out a little bit earlier, oh, right there, Shamira. Taylene's crazy, and I just use her a lot of times as fodder. I pull her out just so she dies, essentially. Just because I know she's going to die. Do you know? I might Javid. I think we might be able to go through. I'll see how tough it gets. Accuracy doesn't play a big part. We'll go with health regen. Which even now, a lot of the stats, because the stats are so low on this team. Yeah, Taylene has been the Stargazer. I have never pulled a actual copy of Taylene, short of the Stargazer. Every one that I have gotten is from Stargazer pulls. Is it worth it to build a set of 5 to 8 mythic? No. So how the best way to really build your heroes is take them to Legendary Plus, because Legendary Plus can still be used for food for other heroes. Once they pass into the Mythic, you can no longer use them for food. Yeah, I can explain the relics. So even here, defense, again, the percentages are low. As you get further into the game, these get stronger and stronger. I don't use any maulers, actually, in any of my team, but Life Leech 3 points, which 3 points essentially, as we've kind of tested, is 3%. Restoring 16% of your allies' hit points is a huge heal. So depending on your team comp, if I'm running 1 or 2 healers, like on my Wilder team, I won't take this. I would rather have more defense. But this one I take because I'm only running Rowan. And the problem here is Rowan doesn't heal himself, which is the big combination running Lucius with Rowan, because Lucius actually has the ability to heal Rowan, because that's usually the only heal that he will get. That's why this combination works so well, is he will heal himself if he needs it. Rowan will heal him if he takes a lot of damage, and then he heals him. This combination here, the Pendant of Force, I do not like. Reduces the enemy's heroes by 35% at the beginning of battle. Within the first 10 seconds of battle, it comes back. So this relic is pointless. Again, Maulers, if you're running Maulers, this is pretty good. Moonstone is probably the most powerful relic that you're going to get, especially if you have the Sun and the Moonstone. Recovering health over time if their energy is above 50%. A lot of the battle, the energy is above 50%, and you can actually sit and watch their health come back on the heroes that are above 50%. As you see here with Lucius, see where his energy's at? I'll take it off auto. There goes his health. It comes back little by little and just goes back and forth because he is taking damage, but you can take it off auto if you have the stone, because you can just let him heal because you know the heal's coming. This one, if I don't get Shards of Force on the first level, so we are in Labyrinth 4-1, if I don't get any in the first level, I don't take any Shards of Force at all. Energy recovery rate 40% with injured. If they're injured, it doesn't. If they're not injured, it doesn't do anything. Voodoo Doll, one of the best new relics to the game. Targets a random enemy for 15 seconds. The affected enemy will continuously suffer 100% extra damage from all allied attacks. If a target dies, it goes to a next. This is huge if you're doing hard mode, because this will go on Riz for the first 15 seconds of the battle. Yours or the games? The games. The AFK birthday. It's their 1 year anniversary, so it came out 1 year ago. I'm surprised. Yeah, Mahira is very, very good. When you look at further in the chapters, just like Orthos, a lot of the Celestials and the Hypogean heroes, very, very hard to get and very, very powerful. But again, that's what makes them so hard to get. On a Belinda-based team, is it better to level up the SI of Arthur or Rosaline? That's a tough call. I would do Rosaline because if on a Belinda-based team, Rosaline's going to give you a lot more damage to Belinda because she's going to transfer. Her percentage is going to go from, I think, 15 to 30%. And at 30%, she's going to do a ton more damage. Belinda will. Arthur's pretty solid already. Just because Arthur, the way he's built, when he's tanking someone head on, I believe he takes 70% less damage, which is insane. These relics, Eagle Strike, I don't like. Every 15 seconds, most of the Labyrinth battles don't last that long, so it can do a little bit of damage if you're there the whole entire time. Rage Spike is always awesome, 40%, but personally, depending on my team, if I'm running a heavy healing team, Rage Spike, definitely, so we have enough damage. Relic Chest, up to 30% health and defense, which I absolutely love because I don't want anyone on my team to die, and I'm not running a healer short of running Rowan. What do I think of Yukio? We were talking about it, Sammy, a little bit earlier. When I used him on this account, and I'm going to buy him on the main account, he has a tendency to die super early, which I'm not too happy about. Just seems like the exact same problem that we have with all of the agility heroes. Is even geared up, even in T2 gear, he goes right in front of the tanks and dies. Here, Shadow Falls are pretty good. Of course, you'd go with this one, more crit. But again, crit rating is so low right now. Warhorn does a ton. So every time you kill an enemy, your hero attributes go up. This is very, very powerful relic versus doing the crit. Should I food Australia to Rowan to make the mythic? I would wait. Astrild is a hero you're going to use. Rowan's a hero that does really well, even if he isn't really leveled up. I used him from chapter 18 to 22 with him being at elite only. Is his signature item buff permanent? Who's Leonard? Let me see, I think. Iran's signature item is plus 30. Yukio, no, his buff, or I believe his attack buff is permanent with the signature item. So I believe it does raise his attack rating. I'm checking him out right now. I'm not sure if it's when he uses his ability. Will be immune for crowd control for 8 seconds. His attack rating will be increased by 20%. And then plus 10 is 30%. So I think it's permanent. I mean, I would say reading it that it's permanent. All right, 3 more relics here. So Vanguard's War Flag, very good. But again, defense rating is still pretty low. This is very good because if you're dealing with any heroes that put negative effects on you, mainly Riz's damage from the boss, or if you're dealing with Pharrell Shadows, it'll actually get rid of them 50% faster. And I always go this way, which, there we got a copy of Oscar. We can try him out. It's not out yet, James. It's probably got, within about a week, it should be up. And here Shamira does so much damage with the relics we have. Just takes a couple ticks and she'll get all of the kills. Astrilda is essential for round boss. Yeah, and Astrilda is, these ones, Heartseeker, critical strike damage is always good because you're doing a lot more damage. Again, with this one, if you're not injured, it doesn't do anything. Icebringer, just like the Firebringer, best artifacts in the game. Most of the time, if you have these, you can win easily, especially if you have both of them. Lowers the defense rating. Defense rating makes a big difference on hard mode and also the boss because the fight actually takes longer, so you want to reduce his defense rating as much as possible. I think that kills everyone below 15%. Yeah, that's probably, I'd say, definitely one of the best. There's probably 5 or 6 relics that every time you see them, you have to pick up because they're absolutely, even like Hellspawn's head is good, which I picked this up on my Mauler team because they go right to the other side. This team, no one's going to the other side. Shard of Force at this point I will not pick up because we're already in floor 2. The likeliness of me getting a couple shards is pretty rare because I've already went through most chests. So here we'll do the Shield of Fortitude, and we will continue on. Looks like it would be crazy if you get stacked up to 100. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I know a couple of people in the guild have picked him up. I want to see how well he does. We'll get usually some feedback in a day or two. So max 5 to 8 gear to like +5 or like 20 mythic gear to +3. Yeah, the 20 gear. So this one, we're not using Verk. This one is good with the protective shields, but we already have quite a bit of healing. Sunstone, again, one of the best one. We know we already have the other stone. So now allies with 50% more health will have energy. Already possessing the Moonstone doubles the recovery rates. So the recovery rates for those two actually go crazy. So that's 100% recovery rate on both sides. If you look, it just runs right up, even without casting or anything. Energy bars, same with health bars on the other side. It just runs it right up. Which is very, very cool. I like my team, Brandon. I've been running Belinda with Rose, and then Arthur and Falks with Lucius or with Taylene. Sands of Time, haste is always absolutely huge because haste will increase your energy regen. Protective shield is good. Goblet I really don't use because I don't take many fountains, maybe 1 or 2. So always I would go for the haste. And intellectual. I think that's what they're probably going to do next. Now that we have a warrior and we have an agility hero, I'm sure next would probably be intelligence based, I would assume. You does die super fast. I'm telling you, it's 5-star with. Yeah, and that's what I'm hearing, William, is short of PvP, just dies super fast. So even here, Light Bearers I will use because we have Rowan, we have Belinda, we have Lucius, and we have Rose. So we're only using Shamira. Agility based, I don't think we're using anyone agility based. So definitely Light Bearers at that point. Should I send Baden or Odin? Odin, definitely. If you've seen, if you have a chance to ascend him, he's crazy with the amount of damage he can do, the displacement, even the energy nerf is very, very powerful. I'm not sure. Lucius died pretty quick on this one. I think because of Eron down here pulling him in. There's still a lot of heroes that I do want to get up higher, but I just don't have the copies of. Now, if I could just go buy the copies, that would be awesome. Unbounded Heart, I usually don't do with. Massive damage and stuns. It doesn't do that much damage, but within the first 25 seconds of battle. Frontline is usually pretty good. This is a pretty strong relic, depending who you're running, but Silent Hope, energy regen all day long. We want more ultimates. What's going on, Lord? From Australia. How's the weather down in Australia? And thank you guys for catching some of the questions and answering some of the questions in chat. Should go for mirror here first, besides weapon. Personally, I would go with twins, just for the fact that you're going to use them everywhere. That's always been kind of the big thing with the twins. Health regen is good. I would go with the crit rating at this point just because we already took a legendary relic chest, but relic chest would be the choice. But we want Shamir to do a little bit more damage. Cold and miserable. Oh, we're supposed to get snow here Wednesday. Do you like the attack or the damage on your team? What do you mean, Brandon? The attack or the damage? So even look, when you get a couple ticks in here, usually that's all it takes. Belinda and Shamir Mythic. I'm confused about who I should. SI30. Yaya. Personally, I would go for Belinda. It seems like Light Bears, you have a lot more copies. Belinda's going to take you a lot further. With that said, though, Shamira, you're still going to use as well. Shamira is a hero, just like, and that's why they've built a lot of the Twisted Essence bosses like they have. One you use Warwick with, one you use Baden with, one you're using, Aziz with. The twins you're using for almost all of them. Rowan you're using for all of them. Rose you're using for all of them. There's a couple key heroes that you're using for pretty much all of them. And then the rest you're just swapping out. Kind of just subbing in different heroes that fit, essentially. Do you like mages or stackers? I like the mages. Even this defense, this is only going to affect Lucius at this point. We have no maulers. Life Leech, and if you don't have Life Leech, you still get 15%. So it gives you 15% or 15 points of Life Leech. When you watch here, and we've tried this a couple times, you'll see Life Leech on heroes, like watch Belinda here. Every attack, she gets Life Leech. A lot of people said that Life Leech does not work if you don't have Life Leech. It does. It does still work. I've heard, what I've heard, I don't have Oscar yet. I've heard he's not very good. Again, he's similar to, Yukio, and he's similar to Setrana. They run in and they die, which is not a good hero at all, to literally just run in and die. But that's what a lot of people have said both heroes have been doing. They run right in. So even with Yukio, as he runs right past Lucius, pushes the front hero back. So the only way to really get him kind of to work hand in hand, even with a tank, is to put a tank that knocks somebody back like Hendrik or Scrag into the mix. I know we lost a couple heroes there, which we'll go ahead and swap in. Go ahead and swap him in. And we'll give him a try. And this might work pretty well because Estrelda will actually push back a hero. But watch how he slides over, knocks her back. If your tank doesn't follow, which a lot of times, if you're running Lucius, if you're running Arthur, a lot of times the tank doesn't follow, which doesn't work at all if the tank doesn't follow. Yukio will go over by himself and just die. So as long as he can survive for a couple seconds, okay. But a majority of the time that we've used him in here, again, he runs straight over and he dies, which doesn't make sense. Even here, watch him on Brutus. He'll push Brutus literally right to the back, which he might not because they have one too. So now they're fighting each other. His ult is cool, and his ult makes him immune. So, I mean, he definitely has some cool abilities, as you can see there, because he has a double immunity. When he ults, he's immune, and when he does his little slice, I think it's like the wind slice or whatever, he's immune. So, pretty cool. All right, So that is, 600 hero essence. In this game, it just takes time. That's really the biggest thing. So we got 3 more scrolls there. I was hoping we'd have enough to the guild hunt. Thank you, Lucifer. Not sure if Lucifer watches, but thank you for opening up the boss. Not sure if I can buy any more gear, but we'll swap this around. Now I have to do these. I can't speed through them, and I can't cheese them. Yeah, it's usually pretty good, especially if I pay attention to the relics that I get. I can usually finish it pretty easy. It doesn't help that I run the Labyrinth 7 times every 2 days. So you kind of get used to it. 12 degrees and you're in shorts. Sounds a little chilly. We're hoping here that who knows what will happen with the virus, that everyone just kind of... who is the better to ascend first? Belinda. Belinda definitely. Belinda will do a ton of burst damage, LOL. Also with Falks is you can buy him from the shop. I know you can buy Belinda now, but Falks you can buy, and he works very, very well even if you don't have him ascended, or if you don't have him ascended that high. His abilities will work regardless. He's one of the heroes that will work regardless. Yep, Falks will work at whatever level you have him. Rowan does the same. So even if I had Rowan just at Elite Plus, as long as I have him a high enough level to get his skills is the big thing. As long as you get like his 121 skill, or even much higher, where if you're 200, 220, wherever it's at, as long as you have his skills unlocked, he's a hero that doesn't make a difference what ascended level he's at. And there's quite a few like that. Belinda, on the other hand, 100% based on stats, 100% based on damage. So you want to get her up in as high as you can, as fast as you can. What's going on, Blanca? Yep, just like Shamira. Up as high in the levels as you can, as fast as you can, because that's what's going to make the damage. I think we'll beat 4 million here, which is weird because she's not getting charmed. Usually she'll just stand there charmed. But new record, 4 million. So very, very cool. Not sure if we can buy anything in here yet. Oh, we can. Look at that. Some padded armor. Who thought Legendary Plus would be great to get? So we'll continue to Legendary Plus. Look at that. I've been gearing up Rose as well. So we've actually just been swapping gear kind of down the line with who can use it. And Belinda doesn't even have gear. So look at that. I think we put her gear on maybe the twins. I think it was the twins. All right. Cecilia, I hear really good things. I hear she does a ton of burst damage. You just have to scale her. So she actually has to get her ability up. But once she gets going after the first like 30 seconds, she does a ton of damage, and she does a ton of damage very fast. So let's go back to the boss and see if we can see what kind of damage we can do on our boss. So I'm thinking we're going to go with our team here, and I think I'm going to go with Lucius, and I want to see about the twins, make sure they got the best gear, which they do. She doesn't have a relic, so we're good. So I'm going to try the team comp. The one that I was using earlier was this exact setup. So Rose will actually go up to Shamira. Twins have a tendency to die pretty quick. Yeah, you put the gear on Sophia. I did? Oh, maybe I did. Yeah, but again, that's really bad gear too. I don't think anyone can even use it. Yeah, so pretty bad gear there. I think the rest of that is garbage, which might not be enough to get anything up. Nope. The hat, no. The boots. We can do the boots. There we go. Until we use them for more food. All right, so let's see what we can do on this boss. Like I was saying earlier, I know I seen in the log that Lucifer, yeah, so thank you, Lucifer. He did hop on, which he's doing Chimera. Look at that, using Grez with Rose. Even Rose did as much as Chimera, Estrelda. So he is decked out with the gear. Look at that, Rain, #1 for the boss, 31 million damage. Very, very cool. Let's see, I know Javid was in here too. Chimera, Rose, Lorazin, I don't have, but Rowan and Twins. So let me know, Javid, what you think. Try the monkey. He seems really good. So use the monkey instead of Lucius. Jen, we're on the test server. The free-to-play account's on the test server, so that's the one I stream. Yes. Yep, it is the test server. All right, so let's give this a shot. We can always retry. But I'm thinking without the signature item, especially with it just being one hero, I'm not going to be able to pull enough damage to get 100%. So we were trying to do a little earlier, which the shields help a little bit, the heals help a little bit. The twins, we've never gotten able to actually get their cast off, so that was definitely good. But now's when we start losing the team. But Lucius with a shield. And this is about all I've been getting, is around 50%. You need Chimera Mythic. Yeah, I can't get it to, I can't get her up any higher. I don't think I have any summons. If we could finish a couple more stages, even here we don't have any summons. So no way to get her to Mythic. I don't have enough Graveborn to get her to Mythic. Smart to 5-star Gwyneth or Belinda. They're both really good. They both have their pros and cons. Personally, I like Belinda over Gwyneth, except I've used Gwyneth a lot lately for good strategy team. Problem is that you're on a... Now, I thought about that. Now, I know Vulcan said to wait to 50% to alt, but watch what happens when I do that. So we'll take it off auto. He said to wait till 40 to 50% to alt, because essentially they'll be taking less damage. Which I guess we can go ahead and shield. I know that's not going to do any damage on him. But see, I think even the timer, we're not going to have enough time. See, we're going to lose heroes way before we get anywhere. Who would win? I don't know. What are we playing? Cricket? Crochet? They die when you use alt and also use the monkey. All right, we can try it with the monkey. Let's see how Mr. Wukong does instead of... We'll swap out Lucius. Get a shield. Which I think the monkey, when he goes monkey form, the shield doesn't make a difference. So I know Chimera we have for the cast speed. Rose with the call. Maybe if we can keep the twins alive for a minute. I don't know. That's a good question. And that's why I like AFK Arena, is it's so dynamic that even a lot of battles that I fight where I can lose a battle and then I can just change up my formation and you can win a battle. It's kind of interesting to see. So there we did slow the boss, so that might make a difference. We have it on auto, so let's see how the auto does. But now we don't have a heal because we lost Lucius and we don't have a shield. But it might make a difference with Wukong. What do you think? Is the Tassie skin hard to get? Give the call to Rowan. Okay, I will. The Tassie skin is not very hard to get. It's just going to take money. You got to spend $1 at least. Which Wukong seems pretty good. They're busy just killing the ads. Need Chimera. Yeah, I know Chimera at Mythic. So let's retry it. So Wukong did pretty good there. Let's see if we can get Rowan with the call. Let's see if we can. Can't get her up a little higher, and they're both at 131. So I could add one more level here, but one more level is not going to make it or break it. I'd like to add some more levels on Chimera. I saw someone not use their ult until the last 20 seconds. Well, let's see how we do then. So we got the call there. Use your main team and give the call to Rowan. So you think take out the monkey and use Lucius? But should we keep Rowan, or are we waiting to ult? Because Rowan's going to be dead. Let me know what you think, Javid. Because that's what I mean, even the last 30 seconds, they're not going to last that long. Yeah, the survivability is not here in the team. What's going on, Xavier? So let's try. We'll swap it out with Lucius again and see what we get. Swapped around some artifacts, swapped around some gear. Yeah, it seems like when you're doing more damage, it doesn't seem like it helps very much. Okay, Rowan's got the call, and this is the main team. Unless you want me to swap Belinda in for the twins. Can you show how to do the Facebook mission? Because I couldn't do it on the Prestige. It has to be when you summon a hero. So it's not when you ascend it in the temple. It's when you actually summon one from the tavern. The little Facebook button shows up. And you have to actually click that Facebook button. You only have to do it 5 times, and you can do it in the exact same session, which is nice. Yeah, I mean here, even with Chimera, we just don't have enough damage. So look, we got 40 on that one. And Chimera's item, her signature item, is very, very overpowered, especially if you only have one hero, essentially. Make sure you have Facebook. You don't have to have Facebook. That's one of the things. So even with the event, when I did, I'm not sure if it'll show me, this block here was the share on Facebook. I don't have Facebook, if you look. Gear. Yeah, I know it's the gear. So you can still share when you do a summon. I'm hoping we can beat a couple more stages and I'll do a summon. I think here we'll just kind of cheese it and we'll put him in. And I think Belinda still has gear. So maybe not. Which Rose is following Estrilda, which is cool. When I do a game, it tells me that Facebook's not installed. Or I don't have the Facebook app. That's all it tells me. Should be about a week, Ziki. Usually about a week, it'll come on the live servers. All right, so let's go back to Lucius, which is our main team. This is going to be pretty tough, but swap them. I don't want Savius to kill, which Savius will kill Lucius pretty quick too. But as long, I was hoping he could shield to buy a little bit of time. I know right now the combination of being just a little under-leveled or over-campaign pushed either way, and not having the gear either makes a very, very big difference. Did you show me the Tassie missions because I didn't see them? I can show you the ones that I have left. There's a couple that I've already completed at this point. Which if we can get... Nope, not going to be enough. The Tassie missions are send 100 companion points, which we're almost done with on there. When you complete this row, you actually get this chest here, which is very, very cool because you get some scrolls or you get some twisted essence or some emblems, which is cool. Defeat the Labyrinth boss, so finishing it one more time, which you have 11 days left. Use fast rewards 10 times, so you do have 10 days to do fast rewards. Acquire 1 elite wilder hero. 15 guild hunts, which were 10 of 15. And you do get loot here as well, as you can see. Defeat 10 maulers in arena. This one I just had to go through and find where the maulers are. And then the final one is make a purchase. Why do you have Estrilda so high? Oh, he's a mercenary. He's a borrowed mercenary. Is ascending rare heroes work in the quest? For the Facebook share, no. They have to be summoned. That was the big part that people were missing, is they have to be summoned. And this is a very, very tough trifecta there. We'll go with Yukio. We'll see how he does against Ogi. What do you guys think? See, he does the little stun there, which is good. Then he gets tossed around a little bit. But hopefully if we can get... Got 1 ult off, which is good. Maybe some healing. 2nd ult. Well, there's the healing. Oh. Yeah. I mean, the acquired specific faction. Yeah, there's a couple. I think you need 4 of them. 4 different ones in there. I think there's a wilder one. I think there was a mauler one. I think there were a couple, but I completed, 2, 4, 5, 6, probably about 6 of them already. 15th mission. You have to use money. Yep, that's what everyone in Discord and Facebook and everyone is upset about. Make a purchase worth any amount. If you buy a 99-cent pack, you'll get the Tassie skin. If you don't spend 99 cents, you won't get anything. So unfortunately, you will not be able to get the skin, which it's a pretty cool skin, but you won't be able to get the skin. So this is concluded. This ended. I couldn't get enough heroes in there. Yeah, got to make a purchase. How do you feel about it, Javid? Because I know you're free to play. So I'm thinking that will just about do it for tonight. I think we've pretty much went through everything. Event boss, again, not going to have enough power on Chimera to pull any more out of there. I'm going to try it by tomorrow. I want to level her up a little bit more. Maybe I can pull just a little bit more out of it. Yeah, I know. Was it 4? It might not have been 4. Make a purchase. I feel trouble. Yeah, exactly. So you know what though? For everybody who's watching and watching the live streams, go to Facebook, go to Discord. They watch the servers a lot. So are you going to buy? Yep, I'll buy Yukio, William. I set aside a little bit of money to buy him. That way I know I could get a copy of him. So I'll have to wait probably till tomorrow in here. We can try the peaks though. I know we haven't done the ancient ruins. Which this is the one that you have to run through all kinds of craziness. But that's okay. You think they'll change it and give it for free? That's what I'm hoping. And that's what I've told a lot of people that follow the channel. You know, AFK Arena, they've proven time and time again that they watch a lot of things, they listen to a lot of things. So if you really want to, let them know on Facebook. You know, let them know on Discord, let them know on Reddit, let them know different places that you can, which I don't think there's any fountains in here. So we'll go with this one. Because remember, this is still on the test server. So far they've probably done 6 or 7 updates to the test server, couple adjustments, couple of tweaks, couple of hot fixes, which they've been known to do it before. They could even adjust to where there's a different requirement on the live server when it gets to the live server. So always a chance. He can tank it because his dodge incredible. That's what I'm hoping. How you doing, Fresh? I'm hoping his dodge is going to be pretty good. I want to pick up his gear too. That way, the Coral Vow is very good. Not only for the 10% defense, but it's every light bear on the field. So if you're fighting light bears, you're going to get more defense from them, not just from your team. A lot of people don't run them because they don't have a light bear team. You don't need a light bear team, which is nice. Oh, there is a fountain in here, look. But just like I always do, I go around and I collect up all of the common enemies. I kill all the common enemies first. Yeah, more hot fixes. Yeah, I'm hoping Yukio is going to be good. And I do love the Dimensional Heroes just for the fact you can get them to 5-star. Do I have a chance to get her in chapter? Who are you looking at, support? Increases Graveborn damage. Backline heroes. So we'd have 4% for every Graveborn. We only have one Graveborn, so we'd only have 4%. This gives us 5%, and this gives us crit rating as well. So definitely worth it. So his gear is 50 for 2 pieces. Yep, so it's $50 for him, and it's $50 for 2 pieces. Same as Arthur. That's exactly what Arthur was upon release. He was $50 and then $50 per gear. And then I believe the emblems were 50 for the regular ones and 100 for the gold ones or for his specific ones. So I'm sure a lot of people will just buy him off the bat and buy all of his gear and buy all of his emblems and just be done with it. But unfortunately, I don't whale that much. So we'll get him. But everything else might just take a little bit. I did save emblems for him. So once I unlock him, I will be able to get his signature item. We'll go for some hit points here. Which this one's really good too. Up to 25% more damage. All right, so this one, we'll go back. I believe now we're at moving the lever. Yeah, I wasn't going to do anything with the live stream tonight, but I had a little bit of time, like I said, after my kids went to bed. Wife was actually feeling tired, so she went to bed too. So it is all quiet in my house. Top 100, 7K. Is it worth to spend diamonds in Legend? In the Legendary Challenge, like the tournament, I've never done the tournament. I think this week, maybe if I hold my spot in my main account, I'll be in the legendary tournament. I've never been. I've never received it. I don't know what the rewards or anything are. Would you build Kelthar? No, Brandon. No, a lot of people have said he's situational at best. But a lot of people, it's not worth it. There's so many other Graveborn heroes. Now, if you already have a bunch of Graveborn heroes that ascended, then really at that point, what's it matter? But most people have said, no. I mean, Kelthar's, he's an okay hero, but there's a lot of better heroes than Kelthar. Even here, we have no Leica, we have no Vert, we have no Isabella, so we'll go with Isabella. But we should be able to take out some of these. Is Iran and Rosaline good? Yeah, they're both amazing. Especially Iran if you have a signature item. Iran is probably the best wilder. Short of Tassie's really good too, but Iran with the ability to stun for 4 seconds with this SI-30, and he can AoE stun, and it does a ton of damage, is super powerful. Yeah, I'm hoping. I was ranked, I think 8th. I think I'm 8th right now. I know. I've never seen the Legend Championship. So I'm hoping. I believe there's a couple days left. I've been building up my team. Rage Spike, again, is pretty good, depending on where you are. Because my heroes are lower, 40% is not that big. Thunderburst, on the other hand, is absolutely an awesome relic to get. One that I would always choose when I see it pop up. I believe we can come through here and get some more chests. Please react to your first video. Oh, you want me to go way back and react to the first one? If you've watched any of the very, very first ones, I really had no clue what I was doing. But tell me what to do when my Tassie's getting one-shotted by Savannah. The only time that you can really do anything with that, most of the time, which here we don't have Pharrell, we'll go with Moonstone. Looking in the formation, what I do, because I have the same problem with Rowan, is the same as Tassie, is I put Tassie, so essentially Tassie would be here where Rose is at, because backline can CC some, but a lot of times it'll just be Sylvana taking out Tassie. Or if Rowan dies instantly to like Sylvana, is I'll take out Rowan, actually removing the hero, so Tassie goes somewhere else to a hero that can live. Some of the stages as well as I've actually swapped in 2 tanks, or I've actually beat stages with 3 tanks, because it's not about the CC, it's about the burst damage that you're kind of negating off of the bat. Intelligence is absolutely huge, but spider thread gloves, just probably the best relic in the game. As much as I love this, this takes out an entire team. If you see the spider gloves, always pick them up. You'll see as soon as I hit the next battle, you can cocoon the whole entire team. So you can actually just kill them off almost one by one. As you can see, everyone sits here. Shamira will kill Golas before pretty much anyone else is even out. Yeah, Nara is the only counter to Sylvana. And Nara is also really good when you're fighting Tassie. Because if Sylvana teleports away, Nara will actually grab her and bring her right back to the target. If she does it again, he'll continue to do the same thing. Or Nara will continue to grab the targets. So it's very, very cool. And Nara, if you have her signature item up, she does a ton of damage too, which is always cool. The Pharrell nerf. Definitely a change. There's a couple little tweaks they did. Pharrell used to be super, super effective. I haven't used him recently, but a lot of people were really upset about the nerf. A lot of people were upset about Estrilda, where before you could counter it with Rose would actually walk out of the way when, or Athalia. Rose would walk out of the way when Athalia's ability went off, the judgment ability. Now she can no longer move out of the way. It actually locks her in place. So essentially making Athalia tougher to deal with. Do it on stream live. Yeah, I could pseudo. I might have to see some of my older videos. Streaming's a lot more difficult than I thought when you actually get it all set up and get it working. You need a program for this and they got to work together. There's quite a few things you have to do to get streaming set up and being able to see everything and being able to size everything accurately. So I think looking at how I'm clearing through here, I should probably have no problem clearing all of this out, I would assume. Good night, sport. I think here we can actually go up and through a couple other ones. Yeah, I'll do one, Brandon. Like I said, I've never seen it. I've never been in the tournament. I very rarely PvP. The only reason I got so high was the last event, which was like the Challengers event. So the more tokens you got, the further you got, the more chests you got, which was the last event. Yeah, Isabella is very cool. Hey, I've been watching your videos. Who would you buy in the Challenger store? In the Challenger store, it's kind of tough. Oh, the Coral Vow, 25%. But it's nice, and I'd usually go for Athalia. Athalia, I've bought in forever. Even when a lot of people go for Aziz, they're kind of hand in hand in the Challenger store. I still like Athalia. She's super powerful, and she's even better now after they went ahead and did the adjustment to her skill where people could dodge it. Now they can't dodge it. It's kind of crazy. Graveborn reduction, absolutely huge, especially if you're running Shamira to get 20 energy points per second with the amount of damage she puts out. Very, very huge. So now I got to see, I think the green, it's been a while since I've done this one. I think this is where I got to go back to here. Yep, I believe it's this way. Nope, because I'll be trapped there. Where's the green lever? There's the blue. Oh, I'll finish this later. We're at about a minute or an hour 15 already. Yep, it is the test server Twinkle. So anything else you guys want to go over before we finish it up for tonight? I might be able to put a couple more. Nope, so close to another level on her. And we did get some of those stones. So this will make a big difference. Adding up her attack. I'm trying to get her attack a little bit higher so we can do the activate the yellow and then TP. Yeah. First blue, then yellow. I think I'm starting to get too tired. I got to work tomorrow. Got Athalia 2 times in summon. She's a counter to Arden. And that's the big thing with her is her ability to counter is what makes her just absolutely devastating to teams. And also when you get her signature item up, she does even more damage, which is crazy. Is once her signature item gets up to a point, the plus 30 with her 2-second bleed, it does a ton. Would you do a full team of Shamira? Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool to see a entire team of Shamira. So here the blues got to go down. So I think it's, well, they're both up here. Green's there. Blue's up there. So where do I got to go now? Because green's up. Now if I go down there, I can't. No, because I still got to hit the blue and the yellow. I'll mess with this in a little bit. You have to freeway to go green. Go teleport. Oh, do you guys really want me to go through there and do it? We'll go through. I wonder where it leads. Oh man, this is where it leads. There's a couple battles, yeah, that are kind of unique, that are different. I like some of the setup through the peaks of time. And Shamira is super strong too with her silence. That's the other reason I really like her, is the silence is awesome. We'll keep. I have Lucius, the highest ascended and highest attack rating for campaigns. It's a good thought, but usually you don't have enough damage. Depending on the stage, you'll run out of damage with her just shielding Lucius. Now, there is a couple stages that I used it for. I actually reduced the gear that I had on Belinda to give more power to Lucius to kind of cheese it. I got stuck at Dismal's. Dismal's Descent is that the one where you fight the super, super ultra hard enemies? I'm trying to think. That's the Contorted Realm, isn't it? The last one. Got the chalice from the mission. You just have to start it over. If you're stuck at a point, there's a couple that you intentionally have to do more than once. A couple of the peaks that you have to do more than once. All right, so we went through here, but Now where do we got to go? So blue's stuck there. Yellow's here, so we just went in there to go here. The red we don't have yet because the red's right here. I know that. But we're blocked from going anywhere. What are we going to the portal for, Javid? I think we're, like I said, I think it's getting too tired. Okay, so we hit the yellow. Now teleport, but the blue's still up there. We can hit the blue there, then go blue, then yellow. All right, so we hit the yellow, then we'll go blue. There we go. Now he said yellow. We'll go yellow, teleport, then green. Perfect. Like I said, I'm about half paying attention to this. Teleport, which will have our fun battles again. If you like to fight a bunch of trees. Yeah, I know how you feel, Javid. It's about that time. I think it's almost 10:30 here. Oh, I didn't even turn on my turn off auto. What's going on, bitch ass? Hit the blue, teleport again. So we'll take out the trees, and then we'll go up and hit the green. So we'll save this for a later time. Like I said, it's getting a little late, and have really, really weird connection issues when I stream for a while. I think Comcast limits the amount of the bandwidth that you can do. So it actually starts giving me an error, usually with my connection, about an hour. As the Voyage. Yeah, Twinkle, I have the new Voyage out. If you go and look, the new Voyage is up. It's been up. It was very, very easy to run through. Once you know the path, it takes probably, I'd say 10, maybe 15 minutes at most to run through there. If you're not moving stuff back and forth, because I was just kind of figuring it out when I went through. But do you have the redemption code videos? I usually just do the codes, which reminds me I could do it on here. I usually just put the codes in the chat or in the community. AFK 888. If you haven't seen, that's the new code that came out today. I've seen it. Make sure you use it today. Just because I know the last AFK 2020 didn't work, but the one day that people had it. So it was literally, I think that was the one day of the birthday, but it only worked that one day and it didn't work any other time. So make sure you're using the code. And make sure, like I said, use it as soon as you can, because I don't want you to miss out on it. So 11-36, which we have enough for a summon. So maybe here we can pull an elite. We'll do one summon here, and then we will call it a night. Right now it is, bitch ass, because you are on the live servers. This is the test server. And that double elite to finish the night. Oden and Tassie. So like I was saying earlier, when you summon a hero, here is your Facebook share button. It tells me, sorry, it's not, I don't have Facebook, which I don't have Facebook. When I click it a couple times, which 5 for the event, the last event, 5 for this event. Once I click it 5 times, I will get the quest completed at that point. But look who we got. We have a copy of Oden and we got Tassie. Very, very cool. That was an awesome pull to finish out. I believe that gives us Oden to Elite Plus, which is very cool. Yeah, that was very, very, very lucky on that point. So cool to see Oden. I would like to use him. I'd probably use him in place of Isabel. So actually going this way with these 3, getting him to Legendary and trying him out. Yeah, that was very lucky. And Tassie we already have, which I have Arden here as food. So we might use him sometime if we get somebody up here. Maulers, we still got nobody. And Light Bearers, just like every other account, you get a ton of Light Bearers. It's kind of crazy. Even Cecilia, I would like to get up if we can get some more fodder. So Definitely made a little bit of progress. I'm not sure if we finished something in the event, which I think we did. Look at that. Tassie's little bush and flowers move around. One Elite Wilder, which we did. We get a copy of Tassie. A lot of people have said it has to be a new Elite Wilder, which it does not. I already had Tassie. I got another copy of Tassie. So that's all I had to do to get that chest. Still waiting to finish some of these. Like that one will be done soon. This one will be done in 2 days. And then I'll actually get this chest. And I can get this chest. Very, very cool. So the chest of wishes, there it is. In total, you get what? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. You get 10 chests out of there. It's very cool. So this chest we're actually going to save right now. Hero Essence we get over time. Scrolls will come in time. I'm thinking Gold Emblems or Twisted Essence because those are the two things that are a lot more difficult to get. Primordial Emblems, these ones come pretty easy. Amplifying Emblems are a little more difficult. So only a skin is $1. Yeah, I know. And if you've played some of the other games, Gabe, some of the skins are... I played Idle Heroes for a while, and they range 20, 30. I think one skin was $50, which is crazy. What's the best rewards? They're all the same. I believe all of the chest rewards are the same from the event. So if you look here, it's 2, yeah, the same chest. And then this side only gives you 1 of the chest, but it's the same. But so essentially, because if you got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if you get 11 chests out of here, I mean, essentially you could have 22 of those. You could have a ton of those, actually, as well as the Twisted Essence. I would buy one of these two. Stick with the Amplifying Emblems or the Twisted Essence. Twisted Essence is really good because you only get it every 2 days. These you can actually buy in the shop once you get to, I believe, chapter 26. Twisted Essence you can't buy anywhere short of the bosses, which is the reason I'd probably do Twisted Essence, because once I unlock it, I will be able to level up a lot of the trees here, which is very, very cool. Will make a big, big difference in the campaign push, being able to level up those trees. Yeah, and that's why I think they did a little bit less for the Voyage of Wonders, was because there is so much loot in there. And then also with the summons from the Verdant Valley, which we're going to go with Javid's Choice, which is the Graveborn cards. So, and that is a lot of fodder when you think. So the last event we got 5 sets of 10, so 50 fodder total. This one you can get 80 fodder from, which is absolutely huge. To get 80 fodder cards, 80 rare cards for one faction is kind of crazy. So very, very cool, but we'll continue to focus on the cards. We are in floor 1. I've seen some free-to-play that have hit floor 6. It is the furthest that I've seen free-to-play. Some pay-to-win I've seen on floor 3 that literally cleared almost the whole floor, which I did for the Christmas event. Which hero would you 5-star? If I had a choice, Taylene. That would be the first one. If you know about Taylene, she's just absolutely probably the most powerful hero there is, because of her rebirth ability. So when she dies, she comes back to life, which is crazy. Just an absolute insane ability. But that will conclude it for the live stream tonight. Went a little long today. We get one more level on Chimera. Look at that. So I'll go ahead and finish up probably the Peaks of Time next time. I love doing things on the live stream, and I love doing them, being able to talk to you guys. So it's very, very cool. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you for all the support. Absolutely love making the YouTube videos. Yukio I'll work on tomorrow. I'm probably going to pick a copy of him up tonight. So I'll have him. We'll get him all leveled up and everything. Maybe pick up some of his gear depending how I feel, but we'll see. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. And as always, have a great night.